Hey, Craig Zuckerman here. Today, we're going to talk about sleeping positions. Now, when a client comes to me and they're having neck pain or shoulder pain, even low back pain and sciatica, the first thing I ask them is, how do you sleep at night? Now, that may sound crazy, but think about it. You're laying in bed for 5 to 8 hours a night. If you're sleeping in the same position every time, that's a repetitive stress that can wreak havoc on your body. I'm going to go through some of the most common ways we sleep that create pain. And then I'm going to show you the best way to sleep to prevent any kind of aches and pains in the body. First off is one of the most common ways my clients sleep that's causing their pain, and that is roll to the side with the hip over like this. When you sleep like this, it stretches out the muscles in the glutes and the hip. It also twists the spine and the lower back, stretching the lower back muscles out. When you stay in this position prolonged throughout the night, it destabilizes the hip and low back. Now, this can create sciatica, hip and low back tension and pain, and even open you up for herniations in the low back. Additionally, when you're sleeping on your side, if you have a big pillow like this, it compresses the neck on one side and stretches the neck on the other side. Now imagine just standing like this for a couple minutes. It'll start to hurt. Now imagine sleeping like that all night long. You're gonna create some problems in your neck, and that's gonna hurt. So, this position, no bueno, especially for the shoulder as it stretches out those muscles in the back of the shoulder, destabilizing the shoulder just like the back and creating shoulder pain. Anytime I have a client that continuously has shoulder pain in one side of their shoulder, every time it's the shoulder they're laying on at night when they sleep on their side. So, side sleeping like this is not good. Let me show you another one, and one that research has shown can create scoliosis, and that's sleeping on your stomach. When you sleep on the stomach, you have to twist your neck to the side. This twists the cervical spine. Now, this twist can perpetuate throughout the spine. When you do this, you have these scoliotic curvatures throughout the spine. Anytime I have a client that comes to me and their head's twisted off like this, I immediately know they probably sleep on their stomach with their head twisted to that side. Additionally, Lori has her leg out to the side. This stretches out the muscles in the inner groin on the left leg and then compresses the muscles in the back of her hip and her glute. This again destabilizes the hip, leading to sciatic pain, also lower back pain, and hip tension. So, end of the line, not the greatest way to sleep. If at all costs you can avoid sleeping on your stomach, do it. All right, here's another one, and it may surprise you because it looks pretty innocuous, laying on your back. There's one or two things she's doing, though, that's causing her pain. First and foremost, the leg is out to the side again. Again, this is opening up the inner thigh muscles, compressing the glute muscles, and this destabilizes her hip, causing hip pain, sciatica, and lower back pain. The pillow is raised up, pushing her head forward. Now, look, we stand around all day looking at our cell phones like this. We already have this forward head position, and it is horrible for neck pain and headaches. We do not need to perpetuate it throughout the night by pushing our head up and forward with our pillow. So that's not good for your neck, and this isn't good for her hips. So as a whole, this is not great. Now, one last thing I'm going to get to is something you may not be expecting is causing you pain, especially if you have foot pain. If you sleep in your bed and you have a heavy comforter at the end of the bed and it pushes your feet down, this stretches the muscles on the top of the foot and in the shin, destabilizing the foot and ankle. This creates foot pain. It can also hurt you if you're turned out or turned in, stretching out these outer muscles. This destabilization in the ankles, believe it or not, can also create problems in the low back and hips because as you walk around, if those ankles aren't stable, then the shock waves go up to the hips and low back, creating low back pain and even opening you up for, you guessed it, disc herniation. So, what do we do? How do we sleep well? Well, this is a great thing. She has her arms by her side, her legs out straight. This is also great because she's not affecting her arms or shoulder. Another bad thing we do, sleep with our arm overhead. If we do this, we can press the artery in our neck, press the nerves in our shoulder, we get shoulder pain, neck pain. We can also get numbness and tingling in the fingers, and that's not good. Additionally, sometimes we'll sleep like this. I know, it's like the praying mantis, but it is a real thing. So you got to watch how you're not compressing the wrist. That can also add to problems in your wrist and hand and blood flow and all sorts of things that aren't good for you and cause pain. So sleep with your arms by your side, your feet out straight. One great thing to do, take a little pillow, put it under your knees. This will take out the pressure in your low back, especially if you have a hard mattress. Now let's fix this neck. Take out this big honking pillow and grab ourselves a contour pillow. So you can see this little contour in the middle. Usually these have a higher side and a lower side to them. I'm going to use the lower side. This way I'm not pressing her head forward, but the head can sleep into this low contoured area in the middle. And you can see her neck has a nice curvature to it, and this works really well. And this is a latex pillow, so it holds more form than one of those, what are they called? The memory foam pillows, which just squish down into a little waffle, and those don't help at all. So you want something that'll keep some of its shape, help your neck out, help your head out, take away those headaches. Another smart thing to do when you're in this position is just make sure that you're not crossing the legs or doing anything like that. Even though it's something small, it again is stretching out the hip, can destabilize your hips, and that's not good. And I know this is boring, got it. But if you must do little things like cross your legs, move your arms, just make sure you don't do the same side every time. And even though this is boring, it's great for you. You practice it, you will be able to do it. But if you must sleep on your side, here's the best way to sleep on your side. When you're on your side, you want to make sure that you have now the higher end of the pillow because you need more space from your shoulder to your head. This makes a nice neck alignment here so she doesn't compress the side of her neck. Very good alignment here. For the knees or low back, you want to throw a little pillow in here. Pull the knees down a little bit to open up the hips. Now her hips can stay nicely aligned. No stretch in the glute muscles due to the pillow. This pillow up here on her neck with the contour is great for her neck, and this is optimal. Now you're still getting pressure on your shoulder, and that can create shoulder pain and also some neck pain. Best thing to do about that is to switch which side you lay on, daily if possible, or I should say nightly if possible, or weekly. The big thing is if you stay on this side every single time, you're going to have shoulder pain, and that's what we want to avoid. So there are my tips for sleeping in a way that prevents all kinds of aches and pains. My name is Craig, and this is Lori, my lovely assistant, and we are Zline Fitness, helping you feel better, look better, and perform better.